80 people. Total frequency is 80. Okay? Now, how would I find the median? Okay? How would I find the median? Alright? The median will be 50% of 80. That means you take 50% times 80, that means you read at what? 40. Median is the reading at 40. You understand? It's half. So if it is 60, median will be at 40. This one will be a median. Is that clear to everyone here? Yes or no? Okay. Got it. Let's move on. Alright. What about the lower quartile? Lower quartile is 25% of 80. Understand? 25% of 80. So 25% of 80, this will be a 20, right? Can you see that? This will be a 20. So at 20, you will read this. This will be a lower quartile. Is that clear? Now a lot of people confuse. They tell me median is 40. Lower quartile is 20. It's wrong. This one gives you the lower quartile. Not this one is the lower quartile. Okay? What about the upper quartile? What do you think? 75% of what? 80, which will be 60, right? So you will read at 60. This one will give you your upper quartile. Understand? Now, mind you, this one is you read. You read. You read. That means you read off from here. The answer is all here. Everybody clear? Okay. Now, how to find the interquartile range? It's the same. It's upper quartile minus lower quartile. No difference. Everybody clear? Now, then you ask me, John, can I use this 50%, 25%, 75% on discrete data like 10, 11 numbers? No, cannot. That one you must count. Understand now? This is just for continuous data. For discrete, you cannot. You must arrange like what I told you yesterday. Is that understood? Okay? Now, then there's something that's for the continuous that is special. It's called the percentile. Okay? Percentile. Now, if I want the 10th percentile, what does it mean? I must read 10% of 80. What? 8, right? Alright, that means at 8, I read. This will be my 10th percentile. Understand? So this one will be my 10th percentile. Now, what if I want the 80th percentile? What does it mean? 80% of what? Of 80. I will read that one. 64, right? Read 64, right? So at 64, you will read this. This value here will be your 80th percentile. Are you clear? Okay. Now, as I was marking your 3A, right? Some people are very careless. You never read carefully whether it's less than or more than. You always go and take the less than, which is wrong. I told you you must look at the question carefully. Am I right to say that? Okay. So when you do a correction, so please read the question carefully. Don't you agree that this cumulative frequency can score better than your other topics? Don't you agree with me? Like algebra and so on, this one is very easy. Am I right? Yes or no? Okay, so must read carefully. Alright. Now, then, can you tell me, what if someone say they want the 95th percentile? What does it mean? 95 over 100 times 80, then you see how much is it you read from there. Is that clear to everyone? Is that clear to everyone here? Okay, good. Alright, so I have finished they give you the total frequency as 100, it's very easy, right? Goes 25% to 25, so on and so forth. If they give you 120, then you must calculate. If they give you 800, you must also calculate. Is that clear to everyone there? Yes or no? Okay. Now, then, let's have a look at example 3 on page 95. And all of you turn to example 2. I'm going to explain on the board.
Now, what if I say, hello,
equal to Q kilometer per hour. I just calculate 30% can. Then I just read off because it's less than or equal to, right? Now, what if I have this? I want 30% more than Q. So what must I look out for? 70% less than, right? So I must look for 70% that other value. Is that understood? Yes or no? Because the curve is a less than or equal to curve. Everybody look up. See, if I have 70, right? That means 70% be less than, right? 30% be more than. Can you see that? So you have to think like that. If not, you'll get in trouble. I repeat, whatever that's on this side is less than, whatever that's on this side is what? More than. So you have to be careful about that. Everybody okay? Everybody okay? Alright, good. So that will be your example 3. I hope there's no problem. Next, I'm going on to example 4. And this will be the last example. After that, I'll be doing homework together with you. Okay? Alright. Can we look at example 4? Now, this one has got 2 graphs in one. And O-level like this type, whereby you compare. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, let's look at the question. The cumulative frequency curve. The diagram below shows the cumulative frequency curves for the annual incomes in thousands of dollars of 60 households in towns A and B. You can see how? Okay. For town A, estimate the median income. Okay. Oh, look at town A. 60. 30, right? You median, right? How much is it? Town A. Median. It's not 38. It's 38,000. Because it's in thousands. You cannot say one year old they earn $38 die already. You eat what? One day finish already. Am I right? Okay? Alright, so town A is 38,000. Now, let's go for town B also. What's the median? Town B, what's the median? What's that? 50,000. Very good. Everybody okay so far? Can you understand? Yeah, huh? Next, I want to find interquartile range for both. Okay? First of all, I want to find the lower quartile. I must split what? 25% of 60. Can all of you calculate for me? Read where? Read 50, right? Okay, now where's 50? I'm not putting off all the arrows, it's very confusing. Okay? Now, where is 15? 15 is here. What's the lower quartile for town A? 32,000. Everybody okay? What about town B? What's this? 40,000. Am I right to say that? Okay. I want to do upper quartile. I must read what? 75% of 60. What's that? 45. So 45. 45 is here. I read this, I come down. How much is this? So upper quartile will be 40, 44,000. What about this upper quartile? 28,000. But I have not answered the question yet. The question asks for what? Interquartile range. Interquartile range. So, for this one, interquartile range will be 44,000 minus 32,000. Answer? 12,000, right? Good. How about this one? Interquartile range. 58,000 minus 40,000. Answer? 80,000. Are we clear? Are we clear? Now, I want you to look at this. This is very important. The lower quartile is not 15. The lower quartile is this one. 15 is to read off to give you the lower quartile. You understand? Okay? Your upper quartile also is not 45. If not, we don't even need the graph. Just minus like that can read. Understand? It's when it amounts to read. Okay. Can you tell me now? Because they always like to ask this type of question. So, look at the question. Are you okay with the median and the interquartile range? Yes. Okay. Then next one, I always like to ask this. Part 3. A newspaper article states that households in town B generally have a higher income levels than households in town A. Comment on whether the data from the two towns support this claim. Now, what's the median income? If you want to talk about higher or lower, we look at median. Look at the median. What's this? Can you see 50,000 is more than 38,000? So, town B generally earns more. Understand? Now, you cannot just say town B, but say town B because the median is higher than the median of A. Is that understood? You cannot say it's obvious now. Okay, they will allow this. Clear? Okay? Alright, so this is what you have to do. Alright? Now, look at what the textbook answer. Of course, you don't have to say I do so much. Okay? In part 3, let's look at part 3. I'll move off all this. Then look at part 3. From parts A1, part 1A and part 2A, the median income of town B is 50,000, which is higher than the annual income, median income of town A, which is 38,000. Therefore, the data from the two towns support this claim, correct? That means town B earns more. Okay, now, then let's look at statement number 4. Next page. Can you look at this number 4? Which town is more likely to have an income inequality problem? Justify the answer. What do you mean income inequality? That means some people earn a lot, some people earn very little. So you cannot look at the wage because they're extreme. You cannot take the beggar and the millionaire. Then of course the wage is very big. Correct? When you talk about the spread, yesterday I told you, you look at what's this called? Interquartile range. Okay. What is this interquartile range? 12,000. What is this interquartile range? 18,000. Which one has a wider spread? B, town B, right? That means town B will most likely have income inequality problem. Because why? The interquartile range is wider. Is that clear? That means what? This one is more consistent. Do you understand what I'm talking about? That means they earn more or less about around the same amount of money, but town B earns more extremely. Do you follow? Okay? Alright, so let's take a look at what they say. Now, I'm not going to do the alternative part because I think the alternative part is a bit difficult for you. So let's take a look at just these small statements. Town B is more likely to have an income inequality problem. The income quota range of 18,000 for town B is much greater than the interquartile range of 12,000 for town B. Yes.